Majora's Mask as a game has taught me so much. Starting up the game and hearing those slightly eerie sound effects with the horrific mask shown before you, you already know what you're in for. The game starts out where Ocarina ended. Link is searching for Navi after being sent back in time to be a child and warn Hyrule of Ganon's evil intentions. While on his search for Navi, Link bumps into Skull Kid, a creature of the forest that is renowned for mischief. He is wearing a strange purple mask and is clever, stealing Link's ocarina and attempting to escape by riding Epona. You already know what you're up against, and it makes it apparent when Link gets turned into a Deku Scrub by the mysterious Skull Kid. This foe is more powerful than ever. You find a strange masked salesman who seems to know your troubles. You've met a terrible fate, haven't you? This masked salesman already knows more than anyone in this town does. He serves a bigger purpose by carrying this mask around, and thus he must have some magic guiding him. He explains that Skull Kid stole Majora's mask and is using it to cause trouble, and you soon find out that it's a lot worse than just some mischief. The moon will crash into Earth in 3 days. With the power of Majora's mask, Skull Kid is able to cause the moon to crash into Earth. You start to realize how serious this is, and it sets the tone of the game perfectly. The seriousness, this tragic scenario. From here, you eventually learn that you have to set out to 4 destinations to save the cursed towns from corrupted spirits. After you do this, these big giant guys come, and you start getting a better idea about what's to come. Deku Palace, Goron Village, the Great Bay, all of these places and more are full of characters that have real feeling problems. Thought out side quests with useful rewards and genuinely rewarding gameplay. It is beautiful. The music in this game complements this theme of darkness with a small shine of hope, bringing you even closer to this game's characters and story. Even able to lift up the mood when you are making progress by giving you these beautiful songs and melodies you'll find across the land. The items you'll find in this game are genuinely useful, and they find a way to always make you need to use all of the items you've earned so far. Its pacing is perfect. Okay, so the dungeons in this game are great. Each one has you going in like, what the fuck do I do? This place is so complicated. But you'll be leaving all like, yeah, I remember every room and master this place, no big deal. Even with the 3-day system, you can still get far enough into a dungeon or temple and obtain the dungeon's theme item, go back in time, and be able to go through the dungeon a lot faster. It doesn't hold your hand, but it gives you things to think about without seeming like they don't believe in you. I played the game for this video, and I remember this moment in the water temple. There was a room with essentially nothing in it, but you know there has to be something. You go into first person and look around the room, and after you do a 360, you slowly look up, only to see an eye surrounded by reddish orbs peering at you. This moment genuinely scared me. I was not expecting it at all, and it was perfect. This is definitely something I will be telling my grandchildren. I also like the frog system they got going on in this game. You can get a frog mask that lets you talk to frogs to assemble their sophisticated choir, and after you defeat this gecko mini-boss, it turns into a frog, having the curse that was on it destroyed. You can then put on the mask and give these guys a stern talking to because that boss is fucking annoying. Another thing I like about this game is how the story doesn't linger on one emotion for too long. You start to think about it after you're gone, and you realize how bad things are for some people. The Gorons don't even know Darmani is dead, aside from the Elder who seems to know that you couldn't be Darmani. The baby Goron who looks up to Darmani thinks that you're him when you wear his mask. Imagine how devastated the kid will be when he finds out it was someone impersonating him, or at least looking exactly like him, leading to the baby believing that Darmani was still alive. The art style in this game is beautiful. Yes, pretty much all of the Ocarina of Time assets were reused here due to time constraints, but they still did pack in a few new cool things. The Mirror Shield is my personal favorite. He's got my monochrome vibe going on, and I like him. The Gilded Sword is a good replacement for the Master Sword, and I like how it's completely optional but makes things so much easier and better. Out of all of the masks and their cool designs, I gotta say I like the Captain's Hat and the Stone Mask the best. The Stone Mask is one I stumbled upon when I was having a hard time with the Pirate Fortress, and a complete shot in the dark I had was that maybe it would make them not notice me because they all look the same, and the Stone Mask's ability is that it makes you look like everyone else, so pretty much unnoticeable. This worked, and I was baffled in the best way possible. I was so happy that my outlandishly creative idea worked. It was amazing. Then the mini boss ones pop in and are like, we know you're an intruder, and I'm all like,
yes.
I like the captain's hat because I've always loved the Stall Children design from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I don't know why, but the protruding teeth just look so cool. On top of that, it allows these Redeads to dance for you instead of just attacking you, and holy shit, okay. Okay, I see you, okay. Oh. Whoops. I don't know, the feeling of being the captain of an undead army is so cool to me, and I still had it on when I fought the boss of the temple, Egos du Ikana. For a second he thought I was Kida, who was the captain before his soul was put into this mask. I absolutely love small details like this. I had an amazing time playing through Majora's Mask. Not only was it one of the best games I've ever played, it has also taught me so many things through its characters. It's okay to let go sometimes. It's okay to forgive people who weren't being themselves. It's okay to be afraid. Overall, Majora's Mask is amazing. It was fun and interesting from start to finish, and I would recommend it to absolutely anyone.